degrees, clear skies, and sunny here on the west side. 42 degrees downtown at Bull and Broughton. The Great Seal of the United States was authorized on this date in 1782. And we have a new one now. It's got my picture on it. And also the first commercial telephone switchboard went into operation in New Haven, Connecticut on this date in 1878. And happy birthday to the Coast Guard, created by President Woodrow Wilson on this date in 1915, merging the Life-Saving Service and Revenue Cutter Service. Elizabeth Mancha in with us this morning from the 13th Colony Patriots, and that wonderful reception they got under the Gold Dome and elsewhere when they went to Hotlanta recently. 947-1290. Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning, Bill. Lionel.
Lionel.
Did you watch all that speech last night? I know you get up early in the morning, so I don't know if you watched the whole thing or not.
Oh, I did, and I watched the response, which I thought was very impressive from Governor McDonnell of the great state of Virginia.
Yeah, hey, listen. Did I miss it, or did he say anything about those two police officers from Fort Hood?
No.
No, he didn't mention that. He didn't mention national security. He didn't mention closing Gitmo. He didn't mention a lot of things in that speech last night, except that he was going to help small businesses while he got rid of big businesses.
Yeah, that is so interesting. I tell you, the whole time I was watching that thing, I thought I was in the Twilight Zone.
Well, you are.
I never heard anything that's so absurd. The facts are so obvious and so right in your face, and for him to say some of the things that he said, just unbelievable. Boy, Clinton could take a few lessons from this guy.
Isn't that the truth? So could Ivan the Terrible.
Have a great day, Bill.
And you too, sir. Thanks, Lionel. And so Elizabeth, you're up in Hotlanta. You are meeting with the state legislators, and not exactly as warm a reception as you got in the nation's capital, was it?
No, oddly enough, our group went to D.C. Just a few weeks prior to that, again without an appointment, and we were actually able to get in and see both our senators. Wow, go figure. And that's in D.C.
Yeah.
Then we go to our state legislators to meet with them. I know we don't have an appointment, but I'm pretty sure they're public servants and should be available to the public, since they are a public building paid for with taxes, taxpayer dollars. So I was quite surprised when we were surrounded by armed police officers when we requested to deliver a couple pieces of paper to Thurbert Baker, who, oddly enough, wants to be governor of this great state.
Yeah, our number one law enforcement officer in the state.
Exactly.
And so what was and again, there was no excuse other than you can't be here? Is that what they...
Yeah, they said, you don't have an appointment, and again, we just said, fine, we'll meet with his assistant. That's not a problem. No, you have to leave. You just have to leave. And she would not give any other explanation other than that. When the police officers arrived on the scene, they just said the same thing, and we asserted ourselves and said, this is a public building. We have the right to have access to it.
Yeah.
We didn't bring any signs with us. We weren't wearing T-shirts with offensive messages on them or anything like that. We were quite professional.
Stand or something.
Right, yeah, we didn't we didn't have anything with a state, United States flag on it.
Yeah.
I did have a pin with a Georgia state flag on it, so I could see how that would be intimidating, perhaps.
Yeah, that's tough. 947-1290. Morning. Who's this?
Hi, Bob McEwen.
Hey, Bob.
Hey, Bob.
How you doing?
All right, about yourself, sir.
Just running along here. I thought I'd call you and tell you I didn't know you were, well, I knew you supported the Tea Party, but I didn't know you were part of the mad, angry mob.
Well, there you go, Elizabeth.
Yeah, Bob was one of the people who was with me.
Uh-huh.
And, Bob, you were in the service.
Well, no, I can see you. Bob's a very intimidating character, yeah. All right, Bob. Bob and I know each other personally and go to church together. Were you're a veteran, are you, Bob?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, Navy veteran, and I served here in the Vietnam era. I didn't serve in Vietnam, but served in the Vietnam era. And,
I also.
This was, what happened to us up there was just, I couldn't believe it out here. It's just incredible.
And Bob, you had just come to Washington, too.
Yeah, and to go to Washington and have no problems, and then come to our state house
and have problems.
Yeah, that was just incredible. And of course, Elizabeth is my leader.
No.
She's the one that
I think I'm an instigator.
And inspired all of us and got us participating and so on. And we appreciate your help too, Bill.
Well, thank you very much, Bob. I appreciate it. Good having you there. And thanks for checking in with us. Keep up the good work.
We'll do it.
All right, thanks a lot. Everybody, Bob McEwen, along for the ride. What was the reaction from the other people that you took with you as well?
I mean, quite frankly, other people in the group that weren't with the small group that was surrounded by the police officers, they were actually on the sidewalk when we came out and saw all the cars arrive on the scene, and then the two additional ones that were arriving on the scene as we exited the building, and they were just in shock. They looked at me and they said, "What happened? What did you guys do?" We're like,
yeah.
All we did was try to get in to deliver a couple of pieces of paper to Baker. And he said, "Are you serious?" And they were just shocked because, again, we had just been to the office of the governor. We didn't have a problem there. We had been visiting with other state legislative offices as well, again, with that incident. And it just seemed rather odd that it would happen when we went to visit that particular individual.
The man who wants to be the next governor of Georgia, Thurbert Baker. 10 minutes before 9 o'clock, 8:50 right here, the big one, heading down the home stretch on this Thursday, the 28th of January. Elizabeth Moncham with us this morning from 13th Colony Patriots and their recent trip to Atlanta and hospitality galore. 947-1290. Get in touch with us at 10 minutes before 9.